get that chance again to lead the club? Obviously, it's going to be your final year as well, but that role is something you wanted to keep there?
Yeah, definitely. I really enjoyed that responsibility last year, and I'm really pleased that Bernie's given me another crack at it, and also very pleased to have Christian working alongside me. So, I really want to learn as much as I can from him, and continue to grow as a leader. And I think this structure will really help that to happen.
How do you feel about, like you obviously had the Wallabies captaincy last year, which is a big workload as well. In the past, the roles have been split up, especially in Canberra, and you had guys like Griggs and Sterling. But do you feel like you can cope with both quite well?
Yeah, I think so. I guess you just need to be really well organised and really clear and have good people around you, and I think we've got that in both teams. And having Christian now as a co-captain, as Bern said, will help share some of that extra load. And it's not just Christian. There's a lot of senior players here that contribute to what goes on and have input, and a lot. I think that as we go forward, they'll continue to take up some of that load as well, and we'll just be sort of guiding that process.
Christian's obviously been around for a long time as well. I think it's coming up on 10 years or thereabouts.
Yeah.
Is he someone that you see as a future leader for this club long term?
Yeah, definitely. I think himself and Matt Tamura are probably the only two that were here when I arrived at the club. So he's been here, I think, the longest of any of the players. So he certainly knows the place inside out. And as Bern said there, he thoroughly deserves this opportunity. And I'll certainly be helping him in any way that I can in what I've learned about leadership, and likewise I'll be picking things up from him that help the team. And ever since I've been at this club, I would have certainly gone to him about things around the team, and that, I guess that just this just probably makes that a bit more official, I suppose. I don't think our relationship will change too much. We spend a lot of time around each other around the club, and that'll be we'll just have to make sure that this can work. There'll be people out there that think it can't work, so it's up to us to make sure that it does.
Will you take on the senior role, do you think, given you've been doing the job?
Look, I'm not sure. As Bern said there, I'd say week to week we'll have to have a really clear plan about how that will all work, and there might be opportunities for both of us to share those responsibilities, but we'll probably sit down, I suppose, in the next week or two and have a really good chat about how that will work.
Because it has the potential to become muddied to a certain degree?
Yeah, it does, definitely. Whenever this kind of structure is in place, you have to be really clear on everyone's roles and responsibilities. And I do think, though, that the whole concept of co-leadership is the way forward. I think leaving it all to one person is not necessarily the best way to do it. And like I said, we've got a lot of leaders in this group that contribute, and I think that's the way it works best.
When you made your decision to go to the Reds, were you worried that, or not worried, I guess, but thought that the Brumbies might have looked to the future and have you as someone at that next level who could help a new leader? Did that cross your mind at all?
Oh, look, I think when that type of thing happens, particularly given some of the initial reaction to it, I certainly thought that might happen, and right up until Bern sort of said that this is the way he was going to go, I guess you sort of factored in that might happen, and that comes into your decision making, no doubt. But that's all behind us now. This is the way we're going to go forward, and we're really focused on making it work this year, because that's what's important.
Does it in any way keep your mind focused on the fact that you're still committed to the Brumbies for this year, and you want to push as hard as you can, having that responsibility rather than just being another player?
Yeah, I think it doesn't matter who's going where next year. This group's got an opportunity to do something this year, and whatever we do this year will be in the history books for the rest of our careers. So that's really what my focus is on, and the boys have worked really hard up until this point, and we're excited that it's nearly time to play again, and I'm firmly focused on what's happening there.